In mdpremium.net, user interface and business logic are strictly separated from each other. The complete business logic can be found in the database, and the user interface only uses functions that are made available from the business logic. The system can be extended to any number of tables. Standard tables can also be extended to any number of fields. There are no restrictions. The entire user interface is made with our framework. If you try to expand the system with one table, create an input mask for it, then all these masks will have the same properties. With the properties, I mean the comments that can be seen in this toolbar. We start with the search function F3. Put your cursor in any field, enter your search inquiry, and press the F3 button to search. The system finds 1 to 7. These are all data sets that start with the number 9. You can place the cursor in any field, like here with field 2. I enter %A%, which means it will start looking for all the items in field 2 that contain the letter A. If I press the F3 key or if I press the function key, I see 1 of 22 and I see all my articles here. Each input mask works in the same way, no matter whether it is a standard form or if it was expanded individually. You select data and then move within these selected records. So now I select all items beginning with 0, and those are 1 out of 46. Now we come to the next key, which is F2 or index list. With this function, I view selected data in a list. I can change the design of the list anytime I want with a column selection and let the change settings be shown under different names. Let's say I would like to show the image of the article. The field is called Picture. I take the picture and I will put that there, make it a little bit bigger, and then save it under the name XX. These index lists also have the characteristics to bind total rows. This means, if I say here, I want a total row, and then here in the field match code, I would like to have the quantity. The index list furthermore has the ability to group the fields. So I put my cursor on the field commodity group. Now I can choose sort after this column, and the list is sorted after commodity group. Then I choose extend all articles, and I see my articles are grouped by commodity group. If I want a total line to show on subtotal level, then I can put the group lining grouping on always. And I put the cursor on the desired field, for example match code. Here I can choose amount, and then I have my intermediate total, and I can save it. This list can be printed or exported to any format as well. If I export the whole list to Microsoft Excel, the list will be identical to the one we saw in the software. The next button is the F4 button. It's called Selection. A selection places an inquiry on the system and is based on a randomly shaped select. For example, if I want to see all products that are stored in warehouse 14 between warehouse 1 and warehouse 14, then I define a select and provide the select parameters. If I start it, these parameters are queried and the selection will be started. Here I pick a selection called All Items on Stock. If I start the selection, then I see article 1 of 146, which means I selected all the items I've currently on stock. In the selection menu, I'm able to define which selection is accessible to other users and if they are allowed to use it. Or I can say Show in Menu, which means that I can use this black button here for quick access to my selection. If I want to have the column settings that we have seen before to be connected with a query, then I could make a query of all items on stock and use the column setting XXX. If this is started, then the result will be shown in my ready-made column. Every other possible function here should already be known. I can place my cursor on any field, pick A to C, and then it's sorted alphabetically. Now I'm moving within the selected data sets. The F5 button creates a new record. The system proposes an item number. Of course, I can override this. I define my item number, enter a match code, my indication, and save it. The system sees that a mandatory field is defined, varengruppe 1. I choose the appropriate category, and then I can save the data. F8 is the copy function. I can easily copy an existing data record. I define my item number, and just like that, I've copied an entire article. All changes in a mask, like creating a new mask, modifying an existing record, and deleting a record, all this happens in one input mask. The item templates or objects will have their own video because it's a very broad topic. Its basic function is creating a customized template with WinWord or Excel from the article you currently have open or that of a customer. A special feature in the stock list is perhaps the reference search function. Here I enter any reference number, for example ERN code, a customer item number, or a supplier item number, and it will select all items corresponding to these numbers. When creating a mask, the system detects, because of database relations, if main tables, or in this case a subtable exists. For example, the prices will be shown in these subtables. Right now I'm on article 001 and you can see all the prices. The same feature we saw before is also available here by saving the view under a different name. And here you can choose between registers. You will see the register document in many of our input masks: customers, items, and suppliers. Simply open a file explorer or a received mail, go to the directory where the files are located, select them, and drag them over. The documents or items are automatically associated with this record. The standard application contains all standardly available registers. These are controlled per user by access rights. Of course, it can be expanded at any time. Now that we are here, we might as well make a short side swing on business logic because we just got to the articles. Something special that is available in the standard edition are article variations, which means I can carry one item with only one item number in different variations. We describe this with size and decor. I can put any amount of combinations together with this article and then sell them with these combinations. This system is completely continuous, which means I see my stock piles and units of my batches divided in variants, my serial number, quantity unit. It even goes as far that I can, for example, say hair color costs $2.40, but only the color gold costs $2.45. So all the way from stock keeping until the ordering progress, everything can be defined individually. These were all the essential functions of a standard input mask using stock lists. What I can mention at this point is that all documentation can be found online. Press F1 or use the Help button. This brings you to the Help page for the specific article, and here you can find everything I've told you in this video. I thank you for your attention, and should there be any questions about mdpremium.net functions, visit our homepage under www.multidata.at. In the online documentation, there are other online videos available to you. If you want to use the product or you would like to act as sales partner, please contact our sales department at sales@multidata.at. They will gladly inform you about the product benefits and pricing information.